ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hey, Alex, with the issues that the Tennessee Titans have been facing with COVID, has Sean placed any emphasis on this with you all, just how important it is to just, stay diligent?
Not necessarily. I feel like we've been doing a pretty good job of, doing the protocols and, obviously with the Titans, I think it was, 4 players that contracted the virus and, we know how contagious this virus could be and only 4 players getting it. I don't want to say only as in not a big number and it's big enough to postpone that game, but it is not a huge outbreak and, I think that there is anytime that happens around the league, you're going to take notice and, maybe be a little bit more careful, wash your hands a couple more times than the normal COVID day.
Next question is from Luke Johnson.
Alex, can you point your finger to one kind of consistent theme with some of these defensive penalties, and how do you guys fix that?
I think, anytime you get penalized in football, it's, attention to detail and, it's whether it's being out of place, whether it's, jumping off sides, or there's just a lack of focus and attention to detail. I think that's the biggest thing, and, that's just what we're trying to be consistent on.
Next question is from Amy Just.
Yeah, y'all are playing a lot of sub packages this season. So how do y'all go about just trying to create those mismatches when you're playing different teams?
You're saying defensively?
Yeah, defensively. Like y'all are playing a lot more dime this year than you did last year, that type of thing.
Yeah, I think that just, is based on what the offense is giving us and what they like to do and the personnel that they have. I think, I think we saw with the Raiders, we did some base downs with 6 DBs, and I think that was obviously because of who they have on offense. And, I think we just adjust accordingly per game and personnel-wise.
Next question is from Amos Morale.
Yeah, obviously going against Detroit this weekend, Adrian Peterson's their running back. I guess just what do you remember about him and, just in general, your thoughts on him?
Yeah, I'd say first of all, he's a good dude. I remember coming here my rookie year and when I first got drafted, and I think they just signed Adrian Peterson, and I was like, oh man, about to meet him, and obviously he's one of the best running backs to ever play. Obviously a great guy in the locker room and everything like that, and sad to see him go when that happened. But obviously a physical back. He runs hard. He runs downhill. He still has the juice. He's a really good player, and I don't think the perception of him is he's an older running back in the league, but I really don't see a misstep in his game.
Next question is from Luke Johnson.
What stands out about their offense? They've got AP and they've got Kerryon Johnson, DeAndre Swift, all those guys.
Yeah.
They also have Stafford and Galladay and Marvin Jones.
Yeah.
It seems like they kind of can hit you in a number of different ways. So what kind of stands out in your eyes?
Yeah, I think they do a really good job being a balanced offense. Like you mentioned, they have a ton of playmakers. Maybe not as well known to the mass media, but in the football world, they do have really good players on their offense, and just like any game, you have to match that personnel and put with attention to detail, and we should be good and execute our game plan. But yeah, it's definitely, they have a good run game and they have a good pass game, and it starts with their quarterback and their everything like that.
Then kind of piggybacking off the sub packages stuff. What do players like CJ and Malcolm, just being able to kind of play down in the box like that, what do they give you guys flexibility-wise defensively?
Yeah, I mean, when you have a DB that can play in the box like that, obviously it gives you better opportunity in the pass game. With heavier personnel coming in the game, you're able to put a DB in there. He's able to hold his own, and at the same time not be, because some teams get into bigger personnel and like to spread you out and pass the ball to get those bigger guys on the field that are not necessarily good against the pass. So I think that's the biggest thing with guys like that that are able to do that.
Last one's from Rod Walker.
Hey, Alex, with this team being 1-2, is there a different sense of urgency this week, or you feel like y'all are right there to to get everything clicking?
Yeah, I think that, there is. Obviously, we're not used to a whole lot of losing around here, and, we don't want to lose this game, or any game for that matter. But, this is the most important. Coach was mentioning it after the practice. It's the most important game because it's the next one. And, we approach every game the same and with a similar sense of urgency. And maybe some guys are a little more excited to get the bad taste out of our mouths from last week.
All right, that wraps it up. Thanks, Alex.
Yep, thank you.
You broke a little corner of the internet last week with you clocking a faster time than Alvin on that 52-yard run or 52-yard touchdown pass. Just what was going through your mind as you were sprinting down to make the block for him?
Honestly, I hope this cornerback really doesn't cut me. And then he cut me. That's really what's going through my mind because I hate getting cut on the perimeter. It's not fun.
All right, next question's from Luke Johnson.
Eric, Dan Campbell was saying earlier this week that he kind of stresses to people that whenever Alvin has the ball, you gotta stay on your blocks. You gotta keep looking for those blocks downfield, just because he's so good at breaking that first tackle. So, just kind of in your words, how important is that to just kind of always be on your toes?
Yeah, I mean, Alvin is a special player. When he's in the game and you know that he's getting the ball, you've got to sustain your blocks. He can make something special happen on any and every play that he's in. It's because he's so hard to bring down. So Dan is definitely right. You definitely want to hold your blocks a little bit longer when he's in.
Next question's from Amos Morrell.
Yeah, I'm curious, what was it like watching that particular play back on film, seeing yourself and then seeing just everything that Alvin was doing? Because I'm sure while it was happening, you were so focused on what you were working on. So.
Yeah, I mean, more than anything, I was just impressed by Alvin's run. Because I was on the ground when he broke like the last 3 tackles. I didn't even know that happened. But yeah, 5 tackles in one play. I was like, dang, that's impressive. But yeah, going back and watching film on it, I mean, it was cool. I mean, just running down the field, kind of leading the charge. It was cool to see.
Next one's from Amy Just.
Yeah, Caesar, before injuries happened, he did get some snaps in that were scheduled to be there. When he gets that chance to finally come in and play the role that y'all drafted him for, what are you seeing from him?
Yeah, I mean, he's been cool, calm, and collected. He's came in, he knows what to do. He's on the same page as everyone. And, he's improving his technique each and every day. And that's evident when he's on the field.
Next question's from Luke Johnson.
Eric, obviously Alvin was dealing with that injury last year, and he's not right now, and it seems like that's having like a big impact on his demeanor. He seems like really happy on the sidelines. I mean, have you noticed anything different there, or is that just kind of just he's the same guy anyways?
I mean, for me personally, I haven't noticed a huge difference. Others might have been able to. But every time I've seen him, he's been joyful to be here, been joyful on the sideline, and honestly just ready to go compete.
All right, Eric, that wraps it up. Thanks.
Cool.
Have a good one.
Thank y'all. Appreciate it.
Raekwon, we heard after the game that you guys are getting like a lot of like the too high safety looks, makes it kind of hard to throw the ball downfield. I'm just when y'all are continuously kind of getting those looks, how do you beat that? Is it just kind of relying on guys making plays underneath?
Yeah, definitely. We have to rely on somebody to make a play, and basically we just leave it up to Sean and Drew. You know, they've been in this game a long time, so you know we'll leave it up to them to call the right play to get us in the right situation. And as far as me being a receiver, I just gotta execute my job at the play, and I know we'll definitely be fine throughout the season.
Next question's from Amy Just.
Y'all got Michael Thomas back at least in a limited role yesterday at practice. How good was that, just getting him involved and out on the field again?
Oh, man, it's amazing to have Mike back. With everybody like Mike being back, it's like everything clicking, everybody rolling, and it looked like he didn't miss a beat at all. It's great to have him back, energized guy. He brings a lot of energy to the team, and we definitely need that, and, we welcome him back.
Next question's from Amos Morale.
Yeah, the last couple weeks, seems like you've really been able to show off kind of what you can do with the ball. Like once you catch the ball, you run after the catch. Is that something that when you knew you were going to get those opportunities, you were like really hoping to take advantage of?
Yeah, I'm at the point when whenever I get the ball in my hands, I just do whatever I can, the best of my ability, to make a play for my team. Knowing that they need it in a situation. So I'm just really out there doing my job when the opportunity presents itself.
Next one's from Amy Just.
He's not technically a receiver, but Alvin has sure looked like one lately. You're smiling. What are you seeing from him, and just how beneficial has his addition been in the pass game specifically, especially with Mike not being?
Oh man, Alvin just pretty much a do it all guy. He can. Whatever position you put Alvin in, he's going to make a play, and, we need somebody like that, somebody who's just going to put the team on their back and make it play, without even you having to ask him, and we love that about Kamara. He's a great guy, a great teammate, and definitely somebody we can count on when we need to play.
Next one's from Luke Johnson.
Sends out about their secondary. I know Slay was there for a long time, but he's not there anymore, so what kind of, when you look at them, what do they do well?
We can't put nothing past any defense. It's football. Any given day, somebody can win on a Sunday. So we just gotta, work on us. Don't think about them. Just work on all our little things and get, things that we've been messing up on, week in and week out, tweak, and just worry about us. We do our job. We're gonna be just fine.
Next question's from Rod Walker.
Raekwon, I'm not sure if you were on the field or not, but what did you see on Alvin's 52-yard touchdown reception, and just what were your impressions of that play?
I was on the field. I was on the backside, but I thought it was gonna be like a 5-yard game, but man, he beat the first guy to the outside, and next thing you know, magic happened. He just wasn't going down at all. He was determined, to get a touchdown, and that's what he did. I definitely thought he was gonna get tackled more than once, but knowing him, you can't put that past him. He's gonna make a play.
What was the film room like? Sort of just when y'all watched it again on Monday, I guess.
Definitely when we watched film, I was like, man, I thought they had him. Like if I was trying to tackle him, I thought I'd probably make a tackle, but he just got something extra. He's a very special player.
Next one's from Luke Johnson.
Emmanuel said this week after he caught that TD from Drew, that Drew came up to him and said that's the icebreaker. Do you guys sense that that's like about to come around and kind of be what everybody kind of thought it would be at the beginning of the year?
Yeah, basically, I feel like, we so close to, hitting all cylinders, but we just got to keep going, keep chiseling at it, to everybody be what they want to be. But we definitely really close, to breaking nice and, being a high-power offense like we used to be. It's just everybody got to be on the same page and everybody got to do their job.
Next one's from Amy Just.
Yeah, I mean, Sean said, it's inevitable with what happened with the Titans this week and them having to postpone their game against the Steelers this weekend. Does that make it any more real that this virus is still a threat, especially since it's, postponing an actual NFL game this week?
Yeah, definitely. I would say this. This organization is very anal about the COVID. So we are very we very in tune about doing our job and making sure we doing the protocols to make sure everybody stays safe. So we try to limit those interaction between players and stuff like that, and make sure when we outside of the building that we do take the right protocol to limit our chances to get COVID. But like you said, it's inevitable. You just gotta do your best to protect yourselves and the people you're around.
Next one's from Rod Walker.
Point, does that make it a lot different this season though? Just not being able to maybe enjoy the city as much as you normally did, just because you have to stay to yourself.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely makes a difference. I would say you can't see like you said the city like you want to, or you can't be around like people, your friends, outside of the building or whatever. And then when you travel, you can't see other people, like your family may be close nearby, you can't really see them, so it definitely makes a difference. But at the end of the day, you're not traveling to see your family, trying to focus on the game. So I kind of say it's hand in hand. You kind of miss some, but then at the same time it's kind of good that you're just really just focusing on football.
All right, we're all set. Thank you, Traquan.
Thank you guys.